Because when you get off that floor, when you pick yourself up, when you allow God to pick you up, you will not be the same girl that was laying on that floor.
He want me to hit him first. That'll happen when he in a hearse. Hey, I drop a pic on the gram. Hey, now he come with the thirst. Click, click, close.
Hi you guys, welcome to Alexis Jasmine. And today, how do you know when you're over a heartbreak? This gonna have multiple parts because baby, I got so much on this topic about how do you know when you got over a heartbreak. If you want to see my answer to that, just keep on watching. We finna jump right on into this video. Jump scare. I've been thinking, right? Well, first, I've been asking myself, how do you know when you get over heartbreak? I've been asking myself that a lot lately. But then it's just like, okay, how do you get over heartbreak? And that's what we're gonna talk about today. How the fuck do you get over heartbreak? Like, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even gonna make this a long-winded thing. I genuinely believe that is not something you get over. Genuine heartbreak, I don't know. I don't feel like that's like something you ever get over because it's like a traumatic experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've experienced it. It's like eating the fruit from the tree. You are now naked. You are now aware that you're naked. Like, I really feel like big experiences that's like life-altering, life-changing, I don't feel like you ever go back to like who you once were. I don't ever feel like you go back to like who you used to be because your whole perspective on life has changed. So I don't feel like you get over heartbreak. I feel like heartbreak is one of those things where it's just like raw wave, time heals. You know, I feel like that's one of those things that time heals. Now. With that being said, I do feel like there are some things that you can do in the process of your healing. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the process of your healing, I do feel like there are some things that we as young adults can do, you know, like getting closer to God. Because you know what, one thing I really noticed is the closer you get to God, the more you learn about yourself. Is that not the craziest thing? When he said he made us in his image, he was not lying, because there's no way that this year I've decided to get close to God and this is the most I've ever learned about myself. Like, this is the most I've ever learned about myself, and I'm so like aware that this is nothing. Like, this is still like, I'm so aware that I still have so much more to learn about myself, I should say. Like, this is the most I've ever learned about myself. And yeah, I know that I still have so much more to learn about myself because I know that I grow and I continue to grow every single day. Every single day I continue to learn something new about myself. But the fact that this year, 2023, was my year to build and fully indulge and give my life to God for a full year. It's also the year that I've fully learned about myself in ways that I just never knew. Like, I've learned so much about myself in just this year of giving myself to God. Is that not the craziest thing? So I do believe that, like, when you're in your process of healing from a heartbreak, I am, you know, I'm a faith-based woman. So I say go all in God, but give yourself grace, because when I tell you, it just makes everything so much better. Like, it's hard to get through a heartbreak on your own willpower, because I feel like also when you build your relationship with God, you learn how to give yourself grace. And you need, oh my God, listen to this, bucko. Let me tell you, when dealing with, when in the process of healing from a heartbreak, one of the main reasons you need God is, one, to learn how to give yourself grace. Because let me say this. Boom, right? You just went through a heartbreak, right? Y'all just went your separate ways, right? Now you have all of these spirits. You have the spirit of inadequacy, you have the spirit of depression, the spirit of anxiety, the spirit of low self-esteem. You have the spirit of low self-esteem go with lack of confidence. Yeah. Like, you have the spirit of all of these unclean spirits, right? Like, you have all these unclean spirits. And how are you going to combat them? Ooh, you know I can't fight. But for real, like, how are you going to fight them? How are you going to slay your demons? God. Because there's no way, like, who's going to pick you up? And I know in this generation, everybody be like, I pick myself up. Be effing for real. Did you like having to pick yourself up? Did you like having to be the only one for yourself? Why didn't you have nobody around you? Did you not have anyone around you? Or the people around you just didn't realize that you had people around you? But in our generation, everyone wants to do everything by themselves. They thugging, they dolo. I'm the one that pick myself up. I'm the one that, but it's like, do you have to be the one? You have God. Do you really have to be the one to pick yourself up? Because you have God. You have a friend that will never, ever, ever leave your side. You literally have someone that would never leave your side, never forsake you. You want to talk? Go to God. You need to cry? Go to God. You feel lonely? Go to God. And I promise you, he's going to make everything all right. You don't know how to talk to God? Just start talking out loud. Just listen to some gospel music and allow it to usher in the Holy Spirit. You don't know where to start? Go on YouTube and just put in Christian lo-fi beats. Boom. Gospel music. Boom. Go on TikTok, Christian talk, gospel songs. Like, I'm just saying, if you don't know where to start, use social media. I say number 2, just make a one thing to do for one day. Every day, just do one singular thing. Like, whether that's just take a shower. I don't give a damn if you take a shower and get right back in the bed. You tried something. You did something. Take a shower, go to the gym. Like, just give yourself one thing to do. Something minor. Nothing too big. Nothing too big. Poquito. Because you're definitely in a depression. But I say, as time slowly progresses, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So start planting little seeds. Start planting little seeds. I say give yourself about like whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even say give yourself. Give yourself however much time and however much grace you need to be full-blown depressed. Like, the only thing you're doing is literally getting up to go to work. I say give yourself however much you need to be depressed, but do not allow yourself to be stuck down there. What that girl from TikTok say? Baby, don't allow yourself to sit in that dark room for too long. We're human. You just got your heart broken. It's okay to sit in there for like, a couple of weeks. But just remember, just because your world has stopped doesn't mean the world around you has stopped. So just because you're depressed, that doesn't mean your friends are going to be depressed. Doesn't mean your family's going to be depressed. Doesn't mean that you have no responsibilities. Yes, your life is just burned around you, baby. But you still have bills to pay. Going to work, oh, baby. And if you're in the military, you're going to jail. So be wise, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, give yourself grace, but still know that the world around us does not stop just because your world has stopped. You still have those prior responsibilities just because your world has crashed and burned. So give yourself grace. Allow yourself to cry and get everything off your chest. But do remember that life did not stop. And when you come back out of that hole, life did not stop. Things still kept going. People were still getting pregnant. Marriages were still going on. People were still going in relationships. Some people still have thriving, loving relationships. Like, just because your world stopped does not mean the people around your world have stopped. Remember, that's your reality. Your life, your world revolves around you. But other people's don't. And I feel like not only do you have to give yourself grace, you have to give others grace too. Because just because you call someone at 3 o'clock in the morning and they don't answer or they don't want to be on the phone with you, you can't be mad at them. Other people like I said, the world did not stop. People still have things to do. They can't sit on the phone with you at 3 o'clock in the morning, especially when they got to go to work at 6 a.m. They can't do that. So, remember to give yourself grace, give the people around you grace, but don't forget, the world did not stop. So boom, we're going to go over the steps that we've done so far. Step 1, go to God. Give yourself grace. Allow that depression stage to hit. And when I say bitch, I mean allow that shit to hit. Go all in on that depression. No eating, overeating or no eating. Lose weight, gain 20 pounds, whatever. You need to go, because at this point, you need to go all in all things that you're doing right now. Because you want to get the full effect. You want to feel that deep in your soul, because when it's time to come out, when it's time to bounce back, you want to be able to bounce back and leave nothing. So go all in. Cry as much as you need to cry. Journal as much as you need to journal. Video, audios, whatever you have to do it as much as you have to do it. Because when you get up, you will not be the same. And it's okay to cry. Even when you feel like you're getting better, even when you feel like you've gotten better, it's okay to look and just cry. It's okay. But go all in when that heartbreak first, go all the way in. Head first in the 10 feet pool, okay? and give yourself grace. I don't know why I'm still crying. He treated me like he cheated on me so many times. He broke up with me. I broke up with him. Da 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 da. The relationship just doesn't. It doesn't matter. Cry, because at the end of the day, even if you feel like it was a small thing or this, that, and the third, or y'all wasn't meant to be together, cry. Even if this man cheated on you, had women come to you as women to women, cry. Because even though he was a dog ass man, he was your dog ass man. You love that dog, and that's okay. Cry, grieve, mourn the death of a relationship. Mourn because you're about to mourn so many things, and it's so crazy. We don't even realize in that moment. We don't realize that we're mourning more than just the death of a relationship in that moment. We be mourning the death of a relationship. We're mourning the death of a version of ourselves. We're mourning how we allowed ourselves to be treated. We are grieving so many things. So many things we are grieving. We're crying for so many things. We're crying for the first red flag, the second red flag, the red flags that we turned pink and green. We're crying for the things that we let slide, the disrespect that we let slide. We're crying for allowing ourselves to allow our self-esteem to get so freaking low. We're crying for the goals that we stopped reaching, the goals that we stopped aiming for. We're crying for the aspirations that we allowed to die. We are crying for so many things. So allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to do what you have to do, baby. Because it wasn't just that one thing. You're not just grieving that dog. You're grieving everything that dog was. You're grieving everything that you allowed yourself to be for that dog. So go ahead and get it all off your chest. Because once you get up, it's not go time. And that's the thing. That is literally the thing. We feel like once we get up, it's go time. Because in the movies, they go through the heartbreak, they go through that depression, and then they get up and they just, everything, they're like skyrocket super fast. But it's not always like that. Baby, we live in reality. This is not a movie. This is not Eat, Pray, Sleep, or whatever that movie is. You go through that depression, you get up. It's time to learn how to crawl again. Because you are at ground zero. A veil has been lifted over your eyes. You are no longer looking through life. You're no longer looking at life through rose-colored glasses. You now have to learn how to crawl again. Oh my God. Do not allow me to cry, and I just did my makeup. But for real, you have to learn how to crawl again. This is why I keep saying you have to give yourself grace. Because you have to learn how to crawl again. You have to see life for all of its beauty and its joy again. You love that person, and that is okay. But after every storm, there is a rainbow. After that depression, after you get off that floor, there's so much out here in this world to see, to explore, to try, to experience. There's so many people. There's so many foods. There's so many places. Like, there's so many activities to do. And you are no longer that girl that you was when you was in love with that man or that woman. You're no longer that person. So you have to get to know this new person. There has been a chemical imbalance somewhere. I don't know. But you're not that person. You have to get to know this person. Because you're officially a new person. You're going to cry. You can be in a mid-conversation and they just trigger and you're going to cry. You might start tearing up. You might get a whiff of their cologne or their perfume and it's over with. Like, you got to walk to the car and just get your thoughts together. Like, that's no him. Where is he? You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a new person. It's time to enter this world as a new person, but take it slow. This is the grace. Give yourself time. Learn about this new person. You are a baby again. Like I said, you have to learn how to crawl, not walk, not jog, not skip, not run, not ride a bike. You have to learn how to crawl. Who are you? What are your interests? What do you want in life? And let me tell you, those are big questions. Those are questions that you will not know the answer to. Who am I, bitch? I just got out of depression. I don't know who I am. I am a baby. I don't know who I am. Right now, my only thing is to not end it all. That's literally it. That's it. That's all. But who am I? What do I want? Those are gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? Those are big questions that eventually you will be able to answer. But in the beginning, you're not gonna be able to answer. Day by day, do something for yourself day by day. Start your day off either in the word or just wake up and thank God. Start your day off with God. Day by day, brick by brick, tear by tear, you will get better. It will not be easy. It does take time, but you will get better. Will you forget that person? No, you're not going to forget him. I'm sorry, Alexis. I'm sorry to be the bearer, but you're not going to forget him. But that's okay, because you will get better. There's a season for everything. You were depressed, you were sad. All you could do was go to the gym and sleep and barely make it to work. Dirtbag airman. But that's okay. That was the season for that. Then you had your season where you got up. You did one task a day. One task, that's all. Whether that was go to the gym. You slowly started becoming a little bit nicer. Prayed a little bit more. Spent a little bit more time with God. You built it brick by brick. You allowed God to lead your footsteps. All you were asking for was guidance. God, wrap your arms around me. God, I feel so alone. God, I don't feel like I'm loved. God, am I unlovable? God, am I damaged goods? I feel like I'm damaged goods. God, please just wrap your arms around me. What that girl said, I just need you to wrap your arms around me and tell me everything is going to be all right. Just tell me, God, I'm not damaged good. Please. Please. Am I damaged good? Be for real. No, you're not. Okay. Just make sure. Like, you just got to do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Take it slow and bless yourself with that grace. Allow yourself that grace. There's a season for everything. You build yourself up. Slowly but surely, God is going to build you up. Slowly but surely. Make one goal that you want to achieve. And as time progresses, the sun shines a little bit brighter. You try little new hobbies. You try little things here and there. God is placing me in these areas, these places where I'm seeing, just because you have a minor setback, that doesn't mean anything. You can still have a comeback. He's placing me in places. He's putting me in places that are inspiring me. Like, I'm talking about these places are they're literally inspiring me. They're setting gems inside of me. Slowly but surely, I'm gaining identity outside of being heartbroken. Slowly but surely, I'm learning who I, Alexis Jasmine, is. What I like. What do I want in life? Slowly but surely, God is putting me in places, having me meet people that inspire me, that makes me want to just do something with my life. I don't know what, but he's making me want to do something at the time, because I do know what I want now. But at the time, I didn't know. I'm slowly learning about myself. Slowly but surely, brick by brick, God built me back up. If I didn't even speak on how low my self-esteem used to be. Like, and I'm not talking about past, I'm talking about literally just last year, beginning of this year. I'm not even this shit is only a few months ago. My self-esteem, oh, wow. And I'm slowly building. That shit not even all the way up fully yet, but it's slowly building back up. Slowly but surely, I'm becoming a new version of myself. I used to say, I want to get back to my old self. I want to get back to my old self when I was just fun. I would never be back to my old self. That heartbreak changed me for life. That heartbreak changed me for life. And it changed me personally. It changed me for the better. I never want to be in that situation again. I never want to allow myself to act the way that I acted ever like that again. I never want to go through anything like that again. And I'm willing to go through whatever I have to go through. Allow God to break and destroy and rebuild me in his image, so that because I'm not saying I'm never gonna go through heartbreak again. Like, baby, this is real life. I'm in reality. Heartbreak is part of life. If I'm not crying, if my heart's not being broken, I'm not living. I'm not giving it my all. I'm not putting myself in positions to where I really care about that outcome if I don't get my heart broke. Because heartbreak isn't just with men. That's jobs and all that. But this particular one was a man. I'm going to be honest. So it's just I just don't want to go through that situation. I allow myself to be that low. To not have no self-esteem, no pride, no dignity, no self-worth. Be fucking for real. That's not no shit I ever want to go through again. So it's just like, I don't ever want to do that to myself again. As a woman, I don't ever want to allow myself to be so down bad to the point I have no dignity, no self-worth, no self-esteem, no nothing. Just a shell of a person. I never want to experience nothing like that again. I never want to be a shell of a person where I'm just existing. I don't want that. I love living. I love feeling my range of emotions. I love going highs and lows. I love smiling. I love crying. I love yelling. I love speaking low. I love feeling melancholy, whatever that word is. Joy, anger, sadness. I love feeling my emotions. I never want to go through a thing where I don't feel anything, where I'm numb, don't feel anything. Nah, that's not for me, bucko. That's not for me. I want to live. I don't want to exist. I want to live. Last year, I was just alive, barely making it. God slowly built me back up. And now, baby, now I'm living. Now I'm living. I'm enjoying life in all that in all its beauty. I wake up and love it. Looking outside, I love it. Everything just looks beautiful. Like I have a lust for life again. So it's just like, it's going to get better. And I say all of that, but like, cause it's going to get better. You're going to get better. Be fucking for real. You're definitely going to get better. You have to allow yourself to get better though. You have to be honest with yourself. That's why I say that's why the first step is God. You gotta be with God through the whole way, through the whole way, through the whole way. But as long as if you take that first step and be with God and that second step and give yourself grace, oh, it's going to get better. Because everything is going to fall into place. As long as you just look for God and you just be locked in with God, everything is going to fall into place. Like, he's going to tell you when to move, how long to move, who to talk to, who not to talk to. He's going to bring them to your life. Like, he's going to bring it to you in your face. So that's why it's like that first thing, God. Cry to him. Because everything that he's going to hear everything and he's going to bless you with everything. He's going to see that heart. He's going to fix it. He's going to transform you. He's going to transform. He's not going to change you. He's going to transform. That's what heartbreak do. It transforms you. You're never going back. You're never going back. This is the finish line. Were we scared? Were we scared? Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. I feel good getting that off my chest. I've been really thinking about that for so long. Like, how do you know when you moved on? My life has gotten better, but I don't think I've moved on for real yet. That is my question. How do you know when you moved on? I know the things that you're supposed to do when you're moving on. I know you're supposed to trust God, give it to God. I'm gonna just wrap it up here. I feel like time heals. Don't need love. I need time. Young, something, and broken hearted. So I definitely feel like time heals all. And part of me feels like, depending on the person and how impactful they were to your life, I don't feel like you're gonna move on from. I mean, you're gonna move on from it. Like, depending on how impactful they were to your life, you're never going to forget them and the impact they've had on your life. But I do believe you will move past heartbreak. Might not get over it, but you will move past it. Life is going to get better. That's your choice. Everything is up to you. If you want your life to get better, you can use that heartbreak as something to improve your life. Or you can stay stuck like most people and just continue to meet the same person in different vessels, the same spirit in different vessels. It's really up to you. You know, let me go run my little errands looking like the baddie that I am, the beautiful young woman that I am. And I'll just see you guys in the next video. Also, drop a comment down below if you've been through a heartbreak on how long it took for you to move past the heartbreak and to allow yourself to be with other men or women. Whatever you prefer, whatever you go for. Alright. Toodles from your favorite sad girl at this point.